All right. My name is Chris Campbell. I'm a practicing CPA, and I work with small and mid-sized businesses and individuals to help them pay the least amount of taxes possible while keeping them out of jail. So today I'll talk about a common mistake that many small businesses make. You have that one or two employees that you're just starting to reach beyond yourself, and you start to hire full-time employees. One mistake that I see common is because when you hire these folks, you also want to make sure that you take care of them. The benefits, right? One benefit that we see a lot is health insurance. With many small employers, you want to have those employees have health insurance, but you're not necessarily quite big enough to take advantage of the health insurance plans or the group insurance plans that happen through employers where you have all of your employees on a plan and you get a discount because there's a group. You don't really get those group economics when you only have one, maybe two employees outside of yourself. So when you only have those one or two employees outside of yourself, where the group plans don't necessarily make sense. What I've come across with a few employers, and it's actually wrong to do, is they have actually just come out of their pocket and reimbursed an employee. So they'll say, okay, go get your own plan and I'll just reimburse you the money. Just turn around and pay the money back. And they intend to do it with the same intention. The intention is to do it the same as if the employer covered the plan, right? They'll tell the employee, go ahead, get the plan. I'll give you the money back. They don't necessarily count that as part of their income, and they count it as a reimbursement. So the money is quote unquote tax-free to the employee, and the employee has essentially had a deduction for just simply writing it off as a reimbursement. So the mistake here is that while with most items that you reimburse an employee for, right? So whether it be travel, meals, whatever the case may be, it can work that way, right? They come out of pocket to travel. They book their own travel for a business trip. You go ahead and you send the money back. It's not taxable income to them. They get the money back. You get the write-off as well. And I've seen a number of small employers do the same thing with health insurance, but fortunately with health insurance, you can't treat it the same as if you would with the others by just turning around and reimbursing it as you would. You can't treat it the same as if it was with travel. There is a way that you can do it, but it's not as simple as just sending the money back. If you do want to do this, there is a way that you need to go about doing it. And it's called the health reimbursement arrangement. And you can do it exactly as I had mentioned, but there is a way and there are strict guidelines in order for this to be treated as intended, as far as it being tax-free to the employee and being a deduction for you. Because the problem is if you don't follow these guidelines, then the money that you wind up reimbursing to the employee can be treated as taxable income. And the issue here is that with health insurance, it's similar to like other benefits where they don't want discrimination. If you do it for one employee, you have to do it for the other. So the way around this is getting what's called that health reimbursement arrangement. And with that, you are able to put employees in different classes. Then the way you can set it up is that certain employees in certain classes can get that benefit where you do the reimbursement, and everyone in that class would have to get it. So if you're able to properly categorize one in separate classes, then that's your way around it. Now, with these health reimbursement arrangements, there are third-party administrators that handle that. So it is something that you should probably see to do and deal with to just get the classes done properly, because the classes can be separated by management, not management, full-time, part-time. So there's all sorts of different ways that you could probably structure the classes so that it works the way that you need it to work, because you may not necessarily want to give everybody this benefit as far as reimbursing the health insurance. There are certain people that you want to target. The way around that is properly structuring the classes, and that health reimbursement arrangement administrator, they'll help you to properly do that so that you stay above board. Go ahead and fund the folks that you need to fund. Now, there are two types of health reimbursement arrangements. One is like an individual one. One is a small group one, where with the small group, this is if you have 50 or less employees. Now you'll have a problem doing this if you have 50 or more employees, but it's targeting those that have 50 or less. Now there's two different types of plans. One is an individual HRA, health reimbursement arrangement, and the other one, long story short, it allows the individual to go and get their own plan. and then you can reimburse them for that plan. So it's a win-win, and the employee, where they can go get the plan that they want, and then they can get reimbursed for it and not have to be taxable income. I believe that's the individual plan. There's another plan, and I can't think of it right now, but again, it's targeted to folks that have 50 or less. It's a group plan that you have to get. Don't quote me on that one, but I guess more so in practice, I see the one that I'm targeting, where I'm talking about, where it's, you get the individual, everyone gets their own plan, and then you just reimburse them for it. So the takeaway here is, if you want to do that and do the reimbursement of health plans, it's fine. Just do it properly. Get a third-party administrator. Again, it's called a health reimbursement arrangement. There are administrators out there that specifically handle this. So just make sure you get one on board to help you structure the plan properly, so that you can have the intended consequences that you were looking for. All right. So that's all for now. Hopefully this was helpful. And if you have any more questions about this topic or any other tax or accounting related questions, feel free to write